Welcome to Korean Cinema Channel. Today I would like to send you the following news.
In the entertainment industry, CP trends change faster than the headlines refresh. One moment, everyone is passionately shipping one pairing, the next, the spotlight has already moved on. Audiences fall in and out of love with imagined romances at a dizzying pace, and no CP is ever guaranteed permanence. What once felt irresistible can cool overnight, replaced by a new dynamic that sparks curiosity all over again. The so-called Findra pairing is a perfect example. Its heat rose quickly, burned brightly, and then, almost without warning, began to fade. Viewers gradually loosened their emotional investment, quietly stepping back as if waking from a collective daydream. The same goes for Guo Yuxin and Xiaoxu. At first, many were eager to read meaning into their interactions, but over time, fewer people stayed committed. Not because anything went wrong, but because audience tastes evolve. Novelty fades, excitement shifts, and moving on is simply part of the rhythm. And then, just like that, the wind changed direction again. In recent days, public attention has unmistakably turned toward Guo Yuxin and her senior, Huang Haowen. The moment that truly set the internet buzzing was the Hae-in Film and Television Festival red carpet. Watching it unfold felt oddly surprising, and yet, somehow inevitable. It was one of those scenes where you don't immediately know why it's so compelling, but you can't stop replaying it in your mind. Huang Haowen's care for Guo Yuxin was almost impossible to ignore. It wasn't subtle, nor was it particularly cautious. If anything, it felt openly deliberate, as if he wasn't worried about who might notice. Despite walking the red carpet with Xiaoxu, the distance he maintained was striking. There was a clear sense of restraint, an unspoken boundary. He walked quickly, tall and long-legged, while she struggled to keep pace, creating a moment that felt slightly awkward, almost uncomfortable to watch. But everything shifted during the final group performance when the camera cut to the stage. Huang Haowen was standing firmly beside Guo Yuxin, as if that position was non-negotiable. And during the exit, the detail that sent fans spiraling, his arm stayed there, steady and waiting, ready for her to hold onto. Not rushed. Not forced. Just quietly prepared, as though he was thinking about her balance in high heels before anything else. Guo Yuxin, for her part, slipped her arm through his naturally. The movement was effortless, unguarded, and strikingly comfortable, so natural it almost felt instinctive, like something they had done many times before. No hesitation. No performance. Just ease. Is the audience's CP radar too sharp these days? Maybe. Or maybe viewers are simply experts at sensing warmth, care, and unspoken connection. In an industry built on fleeting moments, even the smallest gesture can ignite a new collective dream. And right now, that dream has a very clear shape. That scene, honestly, was sweet to the point of feeling almost unfair. Watching it, I remember thinking, well, that's it. The trailer for a brand new CP is officially dropped. And just like that, the audience found a fresh shipping point to obsess over, something new to project their emotions onto, something new to talk about late into the night. Because CPs in the entertainment industry are, in many ways, fascinating precisely because they don't always depend on what the actors actually feel. What really matters is whether the audience wants to see it. The moment that desire appears, even faintly, it gets magnified endlessly. Every glance becomes meaningful, every gesture turns symbolic, every coincidence feels intentional. The story starts writing itself, fueled not by confirmation, but by imagination. Guo Yuxin and Xiaoxu, in hindsight, were probably a product of that initial expectation. Young actors appearing together, interacting naturally, sharing screen time, it's almost inevitable that viewers would start to hope for something more. But that kind of enthusiasm can be fleeting. It burns bright, like fireworks in the night sky, dazzling for a moment before quietly fading away once the novelty wears off. The dynamic between Huang Haowen and Guo Yuxin, however, carries a different texture. The senior guiding junior setup already comes with an inherent sense of warmth and protectiveness. Huang Haowen's more experienced, steady presence in the industry adds to that appeal. Pair that with his visibly attentive care toward Guo Yuxin, measured, considerate, and unhurried, and it's easy to see why viewers feel drawn in. It taps into something gentle and reassuring. Scrolling through the comments, you'll see people calling him a true gentleman, praising how thoughtfully he looks after his junior. Others say this is exactly what an ideal senior should be like. And that's the interesting part. What audiences love, the narratives naturally follow. The market doesn't just create stories, it responds to collective and maybe, at its core, this phenomenon reflects something deeper, a shared longing for beautiful relationships. Whether it's mutual support in a career or quiet consideration in daily moments, these imagined bonds carry a kind of positive energy, one that people are eager to believe in, even if just for a while. Still, that kind of positive energy can sometimes quietly turn into a burden. For the people involved, if they truly are nothing more than senior and junior, being overinterpreted and endlessly projected onto may bring unnecessary pressure. But then again, who can say for sure? Things in the entertainment industry have always been elusive, blurring the line between coincidence and intention, between reality and the stories others choose to believe. It already feels like many viewers have started to mentally lock in this pairing. Expectations are forming fast, hopes for more shared appearances, more interactions, more moments that can be labeled as sweet. Seen from this angle, the power of the audience is genuinely formidable. Collective attention can shape narratives before anyone involved has even spoken a word. We're used to attaching labels, searching for patterns, and drawing invisible lines between people. What may simply be a routine event or a polite, professional interaction can, through the audience's gaze, unfold into countless imagined possibilities. Every public moment becomes material, every detail a potential clue. So the question naturally arises, are we about to witness more sweet moments between Huang Haowen and Guo Yuxin? Will future events continue to provide those tiny sparks that fans eagerly collect and amplify? And if they do, will the audience's enthusiasm grow even more intense, feeding the cycle all over again? Perhaps the answer doesn't really matter. CPs are, at their heart, a reflection of what people want to see at a particular moment in time. Today, it's warmth, care, and quiet consideration. Tomorrow, it may be something entirely different. What remains constant is the audience's desire to believe, in connection, in tenderness, and in stories that make the industry feel a little less cold, even if only for a fleeting while.
Thank you for watching my channel. See you in the next videos. Thanks.